Hello, everybody. This is Josh Robinson with Seymour Stories, and today we're here with our first guest, Becky Schepman, Executive Director of Seymour Main Street.
Hi, thanks for having me today.
We're excited here to learn a little about Seymour Main Street today. So, Becky, can you start by telling us a little about yourself?
Absolutely. I was born and raised here in Seymour, and then I went away to Western Kentucky and lived in Bowling Green. I went to college there for 4 years and then got a job, morning show DJ, and was there for 10 years working, so 13, 14 years total living in Bowling Green. And then we moved back to Seymour about 7 or 8 years ago. Got 2 little girls, and my whole family lives here, and so it was really important for us to get back to our hometown. And we were just excited to be back in the small town of Seymour and raise our little ones here.
Okay, great. And how did you find out about Seymour Main Street?
I had a friend that was actually on the board of Seymour Main Street, and she had been kind of keeping me in tune with what was going on, and I knew that they were looking at hiring a director. And so when I saw the position open, I was really interested. I read about it and thought, wow, this would be something I would love to do with my background in radio and TV. I felt like I had some of the marketing skills that they were looking for to market the downtown and the businesses that are here. But then I also was excited about doing something that would help the community. Like I said, I moved back here because I love Seymour, and so I was excited about helping it grow and thrive. So, yeah.
All right. So, can you tell us a little bit about the history of downtown Seymour?
Absolutely. So downtown Seymour at one time had a Sears downtown. It was actually in the old Beavers Pharmacy building there. They also had a Baldwin's grocery store, a Hook's pharmacy store, a Murphy's store. So it was a thriving downtown, I think, just like everybody else's downtown. When you came to shop, that's where you went downtown. What happened is just like everybody else in the United States, big box came in, and then those anchor stores that people always went to, like Sears, for instance, moved out, and then people started going there. And then that's when all the kind of mom and pop shops that are around it that were unique started to go out of business. And that's kind of when downtown started to fail. So,
Wow, that's crazy. I didn't know that all of those different businesses existed in downtown Seymour. So, when and why did Seymour Main Street start?
It started in 1995, and it started as really an economic driver for the downtown. I think that when people started to look at other cities, they were finding that at this time, people actually figure out where they want to live, and then they find a job. And one of the things that people are looking for when they're choosing a place to live is a really thriving downtown. And so they started Seymour Main Street with the idea of really kind of being an economic driver for the city of Seymour and revitalizing it. So when it started, it was a purely volunteer led organization. There was 15 members. That was just a board of directors. And now it's a not-for-profit. And I'm the first full-time paid director, and I've been a full-time director for Seymour Main Street now for 2 years. So, yeah.
So, what is the mission of Seymour Main Street?
Our mission is to promote, preserve, and protect the historic downtown. And so what that really means is we've got about 55 volunteers. We actually follow the Indiana Main Street 4-point approach that's through the national main streets. And so we have 4 points, and that's design. And so that's the committee that picks out lighting for the downtown, our benches. We've done some revitalization on our trash cans, Wayfair signs, things like that. We've got economic vitality, and that's the committee that's working to come up with different incentive plans that we can use to incentivize businesses to come downtown Seymour. And then we've got a committee that's organization, and that's the committee that kind of makes sure that we have funds to do all these things. So they help us with our donor campaign, recruiting new board members, because it takes a lot of volunteers to do this. As I said, about 55 volunteers total. And then the last committee that we have is our promotions committee. And And that's the committee that works on planning the events that we have downtown. So we do, Free Flick Friday, we do City Jam, we do a Ghouls and Goblets event, lots of events like that, but also just promoting the downtown in general. We're starting to do little calendars that have maps on the backside of them. We've done some bags this year that say "Love Where You Live," and we're branding the downtown with those. And we're doing some bumper stickers. So they're kind of ones just in general that are just promoting the downtown itself.
Are there any specific businesses that Seymour Main Street has been able to help and get established in the downtown Seymour area?
Absolutely. And we actually did some signage that says renovation assisted by Seymour Main Street. So if you're driving through town now, you can kind of look for those signs and you'll see a few of those that show. But lots of businesses have taken advantage of our programs. Man's Bookkeeping downtown, also Cell Phone Repair, which was formerly Tech Head, but it's now a franchise. Dragonfly Boutique, also Artistic Impressions. Rails, the building that we're in right now, they've taken advantage of some of our programs. Seedlings and Company, our new Blush and Brush Beauty Bar, Bubba's Bar just down the road there. So yeah, lots of businesses have taken advantage.
Well, it sounds like Seymour Main Street has helped out a lot of business. What are some specific ways that Seymour Main Street has been able to assist these businesses in downtown Seymour?
When you drive through town, if you're seeing new signage and new awnings and facades, those are projects that Seymour Main Street has helped out with that you can actually see. So you'll see on Bubba's, they've got brand new paint, brand new awning, brand new signage on the side. Rails has also got nice signage on the side that we helped out with. Same thing with Cell Phone Repair. So all of those places. Now, what you can't see behind the scenes is we have down payment assistance programs so that people can buy these buildings and start to revitalize them. So those you may not initially see, but as the building changes, that's something that we helped out with.
So outside of just specifically businesses, what other projects is Seymour Main Street working on to help downtown Seymour?
We partnered up with the city of Seymour this year for, I would say, our biggest project. We are revitalizing One Chamber Square behind us. It's an area that was inaccessible to anyone that had a stroller or was handicapped. And so we, with the new grant that we received through Okra, it's a community revitalization block grant for Main Street revitalization. So we'll be filling in One Chamber Square, and that way it'll be accessible to everyone. And then we're going to have some children's play equipment there that kids can come and play on, some seating. We're going to be able to make our new park, the Crossroads Community Park that just opened up last year, a little bit more accessible and kind of make that more of a gateway to the downtown. So that's one of the big projects we're really working on right now. The other kind of smaller project for design is we've been trying to go through and redo all of our benches downtown. And so we've applied for one more grant through the Jackson County Visitors Center, and we're hoping to finish up all of our benches so they're all brand new and have that nice Seymour Main Street logo and have a really cohesive look downtown.
So it sounds like Seymour Main Street has a lot going on currently in time. What kind of future things are you excited about that's coming from Seymour Main Street?
I'm very excited. Just this year, there were 2 buildings that had burned January 9th, 2 years ago, and those buildings have been purchased, and we are looking for new tenants in those buildings, so that'll be exciting. And the Chatterbox, another building that's been downtown vacant for quite some time, has been purchased, and so we're looking forward to 2 new restaurants hopefully going in this year. I've already been contacted by people who are working on obtaining their liquor licenses, getting their logos and their menus and things like that together. So really, really excited about some growth. We've been looking to attract restaurants downtown. So that's big news for us for sure.
Great. So outside of like businesses that you're helping, are there any other aesthetic or beautification projects that you're excited about that could be coming down the line?
Absolutely. We are excited this year about getting a new mural downtown. We've talked about different locations to put the mural. So we've discussed with our new park there, the Automotive Equipment Specialist building might be a really nice one. It's really visible from Highway 50. Also talked about one maybe in the center of the downtown. We are trying to theme our downtown with music. We just did the musical crosswalks last year with the notes, looking at also doing some more piano keys crosswalks crosswalks. And so we're wanting to kind of theme those murals with music. So we've got our design committee kind of looking at ideas, looking at other towns and what they've done, and talking to artists that are able to do that kind of work. So we're really excited about that this year.
So when I first heard about the crosswalks, I was really intrigued. Can you tell us a little more about the crosswalks that we already have here in Seymour?
Sure, we did some crosswalks right there. We've got the farmers market and the Jackson County Library, and then a relatively busy street that kind of leads into the heart of the downtown. So we did some crosswalks there that are the notes to John Mellencamp's "I Was Born in a Small Town."
Oh, cool.
Yeah, so we were really excited about that. That was our first project, looking at maybe doing some other John Mellencamp songs and doing those in other intersections, maybe some piano keys and things like that. But eventually we want to go through and do all of them. We did the first set with some paint just to kind of see if it held up and if people liked it. People really liked it. The paint hasn't held up that great. So we're looking at other ways to do it. There's a lot of different ways. You know, you can do vinyl, and then you can set things into the concrete and pavers, all kinds of different things. So we'll have to see which one holds up best and is most cost effective for us. But we're excited about doing more crosswalks.
The intersection sidewalks is just so cool. Are there any other secrets of downtown Seymour you'd be willing to share with us?
Well, I think I've talked a lot about business and design things, but as far as new businesses go, kind of a best kept secret that's brand new downtown is went into our old Norm's Footwear building. It's called the Fussy Pup, and it's the neatest business. They're makers, so they're making everything there. They do have a retail, so you can actually come in and purchase, but they do copper cookie cutters. And so they're selling those online on Amazon and Etsy. They've got about 8 employees, I believe, that are working there. But you actually can go in and purchase cookie cutters there, but you also can actually see what the process looks like for them to make the copper cookie cutters. I think that's so neat that we have them right here in our downtown. So they're kind of new. Not everybody knows they're there yet, but kind of a best kept secret, I think.
All right. Cool. So why are you so passionate about Seymour Main Street and downtown Seymour?
Living in Kentucky and then moving back to Seymour, it really just makes you so thankful for your downtown, and it really brings you back to your roots. And it just reminds me of, I was little, my mom used to bring me downtown, and I would pick out my Easter dress, and that was the time that we came downtown. And then I would always get my new swimsuit from Paris Style when it was downtown. And I always use this example, but I say, you know, I think that my mom probably took me to Penny's and Walmart and other big box stores, but those aren't memories that I have. The memories that I have are walking downtown with my mom and going to the Paris Style and going to Murphy's and, you know, sitting on the stool and getting a Coke and, you know, those kind of things. And so I want my kids to have those same memories. I want them to have, you know, a thriving downtown. I also want them to move back here because I live here. So I want it to be, you know, a city and a community that they're proud of and to come back to. So that's kind of what makes me passionate about the downtown. Another part of it that I didn't expect, but that has been a wonderful bonus, is it is so neat to see people who have a dream, and it may be making t-shirts in their basements or whatever that is, but then they turn it into a reality and have a business. And so seeing them, you know, those steps along the way as they do that, going from, you know, being at home to having their own business is amazing. And you see how happy they are. And so that has been a real bonus for me to get to see played out right in front of my eyes.
Oh, that's awesome. So is there anything else that I should have asked you about Seymour Main Street today?
I don't think so. I think the only other thing that I would add is that I get all the time, there's so many things going on downtown. How do we know what's going on? And I would say to anybody who wants to kind of keep up to date on what's going on, we've got a Facebook page, an Instagram page, a LinkedIn page, a YouTube page. We have a website, which is SeymourMainStreet.org. And if you get on that website, you can sign up and get a weekly e-blast that's from me that tells you what's up downtown, as I like to say. And we've also got calendars that have maps on the backside of them. And then you can also sign up to receive text alerts from me. So I'll send you just kind of, not annoying, but I'll just send you things, you know, that say, hey, there's a sale here, or this store's closed today, or we've got an event this weekend. You should go ahead and buy your tickets now. So lots of ways to stay in contact with us.
Okay, great. So people know how to contact you. Now, if someone wants to help support Seymour Main Street and the causes that Seymour Main Street are working with, how can they support you?
Absolutely. It's a great question because we are a not-for-profit. My office is in City Hall, and sometimes people confuse me and think that I'm a city employee, but we are a not-for-profit. And so we take donations through our website, and that's SeymourMainStreet.org. And then we just have a little button at the top where you can click join, and you can just pay right there online. So,
Okay.
yeah.
Do you have any volunteer opportunities as well?
Absolutely. We actually, as I'm sitting here thinking about all the things we have going on with Main Street, we've got 4 different committees, but we actually had to add another committee because we got the new Crossroads Community Park.
Okay.
And since that park's located in the downtown, I felt like it was really important to just have some programming there that was done through Main Street. So we have one whole committee that just plans events at the new park.
Okay.
So there's actually 5 committees and a board of directors. So there's always plenty of room for volunteers.
So it sounds like there's a lot of events and things going on with Seymour Main Street. So what kind of events are coming up here soon?
Really excited about our first free Flick Friday of the season.
Okay.
So that's going to happen Friday, May 3rd at 8:30 at the Crossroads Community Park. We'll be showing the movie Bumblebee.
Okay.
And we're going to have some snacks, probably shaved ice cream, just kind of a snacky food. You'll still want to come downtown and dine downtown
All right.
before you actually come watch the movie. But the movie is free, and
Okay.
hopefully it'll be a nice sunny night. We'll all enjoy it.
Okay. Well, we hope to see everybody out at these events. Thank you, Becky, for taking time to share your story and Seymour Main Street's story with us. Thank you, Rails, for letting us film this video here. And stay tuned for some more Seymour stories.